Hello, my name is Cindy Davis, and my Pathfinder is designed as a quick guide for students whether they are thinking about attending Fort Scott Community College, they are already a current student, or an alumni. Student Services at Fort Scott Community College is proud of the excellent customer service we provide to students, no matter what their status is, pending, active, or inactive. The Student Services mission statement is as follows. Through departmental collaboration, professional guidance, reliable support services, and a welcoming environment, Fort Scott Community College's Student Services commits to assisting students in achieving their educational objectives. I was a part of the staff who helped create our mission statement, and I am proud of what we stand for. This is my website. I chose to create a Pathfinder that uses the established links at Fort Scott Community College website. Many of the pictures on the website were taken by our public relations person, Heather Brown, who also gave me permission to use the Fort Scott website and their pictures. I titled my page, How Do I? The basics every student needs to know, whether you are a future, current, or past Fort Scott Community College Greyhound. I specifically made sure that my header and footers were on each page. The community college link takes you directly to the main website of Fort Scott Community College, allowing students and parents access to the entire website easily. I also included the phone number, and at the bottom I included the address, my email address, phone number, and also the links to Facebook, and to Twitter. I started out the website with About Us. This gives a brief little view of what we are about. Then the Find Out More takes us to the homepage for About Fort Scott Community College, giving the students access, and parents, most importantly parents, access to knowing more about what Fort Scott Community College is about. I then started with the admissions department. The admissions department is always the place to start if you're a future student planning to attend. You can click on Schedule a Visit, and it takes you directly to the homepage for requesting a campus tour. This has been a very popular item. It's easily found, but this makes it just even more accessible. There is also the admissions link to take you to the actual home page. And from this page, you can again schedule a visit, but you can also click on the admissions and send an email directly to the admissions department. The advising department. The advising department obviously is very important. I gave a little bit of information about those students who have to visit the advising department, and also two of the most favored sites that are within the department, graduation requirements and the academic catalog. When you visit advising, you go directly to their homepage, which allows you to learn more about that department and how to contact them, to schedule a visit directly with them, or do a phone visit, and you can enroll via phone. And once you're past your first year and you're not one of the required departments that need to go through advising, you can enroll online. Financial aid. Financial aid, of course, is very important, and it's the most stressful for students. The first thing about financial aid is that you need to know that your email and your Gizmo account is the best way to communicate with financial aid. One of the busiest departments is on campus, And a lot of the information that you need to know is in the Gizmo account. First of all, you can visit the student portal, which again reiterates the student email and the Gizmo account. And then you can find answers to frequently asked questions. This is enlightening in many ways for students and parents going through the process of filling out their financial aid paperwork. And then there's the Begin FAFSA. That takes you to the home page, which allows you to find more information and also get started or get things lined up for getting started filling out your FAFSA. The earlier you do your FAFSA, the better off you are. This year, the target date was March 3rd. Once you get through the home page, you can then go to the facts page. You've got questions and we've got answers. If you go to facts, this is a homepage directly on the site of helpful links. There's different links like the Student Survival Guide, English Assistance, Employment Assistance, tips on cover letters and resumes, internships. These are a lot of things that would interest our students. They may not have any idea that it's there. So it's another little easier way to get to a link that would be beneficial to the students. Email. Email is most likely the 21st century's version of snail mail. But it's very important as not all departments have access to using texting as their only way of communicating. It's an expensive task and some of the departments don't have that kind of funding. The student email is really the best way for a lot of departments and instructors to contact the students. They need to know how to use that. And also, this gives them tips on how to use their email account. It also tells them how to forward it to their personal account. It also tells them how to set up their phones so they can use their phones. And also if they have issues, who to contact, including IT, which is always important to have access to. Gizmo. The biggest difference between Gizmo and Blackboard is Blackboard is an instructional tool and it only knows what it's been told. And if it's not been updated physically, manually, it doesn't have always have factual information except for your grades and when you're actually actively taking the course. Gizmo, however, if you're looking for your schedule, that's where your schedule will be listed because everything you're enrolled in will be listed in the Gizmo. Your grades will be in Gizmo. Your business information, account information will be listed in Gizmo. Financial aid, as well as once you create a degree audit, it'll also be in Gizmo. The question mark takes you to a little squib telling you about the importance of Gizmo, especially with financial aid. Then the actual Gizmo link, once again, takes you to the student portal. Blackboard is only used used mainly for online courses. Some face-to-face courses use the Blackboard, but not all of them. That's why I was stating that when the kids are looking for classes, they get nervous because they're not listed on Blackboard. But Blackboard is not where you look up to see what your class schedule is. Blackboard is simply a teaching tool. If you're in an online class, you will definitely have access to it. However, if it's a face-to-face class, they may use it for testing or special projects, or they may not use it at all. And that's a face-to-face class. I always tell them to go to the teacher. The other thing about Blackboard is that the first-time login always seems to make every student nervous. When they do the online application, this information is provided. However, that has long since passed. It's very simple. It's their student ID and the last four of their social in most cases. This gives them that information and as well as who to contact if they're having issues, which is me. The next one is transcripts. Transcripts are necessary throughout their college career for different things such as car insurance, scholarships, planning to go to another college. There's a many variety of reasons why you want or need a transcript, including jobs. Most transcripts are easily ordered through Parchment. That takes you directly to Parchment. Most are first-time users. There's a few that are returning users, but this is explained very well here. But if they have more questions, they can go to additional information. And there's a whole homepage devoted to how to order transcripts. Information about transcripts, how they cost, how to order them, what information is needed, and if you want to do it the old-fashioned way by mail, there you can even access the form that you can print out, fill out, and get to us. Under More, at this time I just have Blackboard, Fort Scott Email, and Gizmo listed here, but this is a place that I easily could add additional links so that this is even more useful to the student. The best part about this is that it can be updated and changed as I decide what best suits the needs of the students. I also have a brochure, if I can find it. There it is. My brochure is a simple handout. This is something that can be done at campus visits or welcome week. This is not something I intend the students to keep. I know that this will be thrown away. That's what happens to most of the handouts we give our students. However, it does have our phone number. At the bottom, it has our address, and it also has the link to this, how to get to this website. In addition to that, there are phone numbers and email addresses in several of the boxes, but it's basically just touching base on each of the items that I just went through that were on the homepage, the website. The nice thing about this, it can be turned into a 3-part brochure. You can flip it over. I still have the other side that I could use. At this time, I've chosen not to use it. I've really enjoyed doing this project. I hope you enjoyed what I've done. I stretched my wings on this one, and I feel really good about myself and what I've accomplished. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and what I've done, and I'll bid you good night. Okay, here we go.